Well, welcome everybody. Uh, it's the 8th of October. Or excuse me. No, it's not. It's the 11th of August. I don't know where the 8th of October came from, but, hey, I need to adjust my camera just slightly. It's cutting my head off. Oh, oh Lordy Mama. Freaking thing. That's better. Okay. Let's see if I can take this banner down. There we go. And so I was watching some stuff today, and one of the things I wanted to discuss was that the DOJ is supposed to be the Department of Justice for the American people. Instead, what we have here, Trump has appointed two I gotta take something off of here. Two of his personal lawyers to the top two positions. We got Bondi and Blanche. And let's see, that helped a little bit. And, anyway, they aren't even pretending to do the business they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be going after actual criminals. The rule of law needs to prevail, but instead they're weaponized by Trump to go after his enemies. I mean, it's a waste, it's fraud, and it's abuse, and they don't even hide the fact that Trump is ordering them to do these things. Go after Biden, go after Comey, go after anybody that helped in the impeachments. These people worked on certain cases. They were assigned them. They were bipartisan, and now they're being punished for doing their job. So it's not normal. It's quite frightening for people. Even if what they're doing doesn't stand up in court, these people have to go and pay for lawyers and defend themselves in a court of law. And it's a lot of stress on them. What was that, Mala? I think she burped at me. Anyway, I'd like your thoughts on that if you can join me. Go back to the comments and see if anybody's coming. I'm not really sure I'm liking the whole StreamYard thing, to be honest. Unless you're willing to pay them some money every month, they really limit what I can do. I'll share my link. But I'm still working on it, and see if I can work through it. Maybe if I get some extra money coming in, I can afford to do that. I may go back to streaming the regular way, but I do like being able to do things and add people and things like that with the StreamYard. So add clips. Although I'm still trying to figure out the whole clip thing. I know how to add one, but I think if you get too many, they try to add them all at once, and then it won't work. Another subject that I was looking at today was oh dear. I want to go back to my clips. Is the tariffs. And see if I can get one clip to pull up. That's not working. Let's see. Invite. Share screen. All right. I think I can get that to come up.
Nothing from me. She has a trade deficit with Iowa because she buys corn products and pork, and no Iowan ever comes to Washington to get a haircut.
And European reporting about tariffs also reveals that Trump's tariffs are not as they appear.
Which economy will suffer most from this deal, the US or the EU?
Well, I think in all honesty, we will see different types of suffering. In the US, we will clearly see more inflation coming. In Europe,
has always been that tariffs are necessary because countries are ripping us off. And he parades that clown Peter Navarro, the only economist in the world who believes in tariffs, to spin how tariffs are going to make us richer. Conservative columnist George Will just got done ripping that theory to shreds.
Bill, I have a chronic, incurable trade deficit with my barber. Once a month, I buy a haircut from her. She buys nothing from me. She has a trade deficit with Iowa because she buys corn products and pork, and no Iowan ever comes to Washington to get a haircut.
And European reporting about tariffs also reveals that Trump's tariffs are not as they appear.
Which economy will suffer most from this deal, the US or the EU?
well, I think in all.
I think I kind of screwed that up a little bit, but you get the point there about tariffs and how they work and don't work. So, Gloria, what are you up to this evening? Let's remove that. I'm so glad you could join me. I have more clips on tariffs. Yes, Gloria, that's correct. You can address me any way you want, seriously. I'm going to find another clip that I want to use on this tariff stuff. All right.
Once a month, I buy a haircut from her. She buys nothing from me.
Already. Excuse me. Tariff. Let's skip ahead. Oh, let's see. Let's try this one.
Goals as well as the interests of individual companies. And the things that the Trump administration are trying to leverage are as outrageous and as right-wing as can be imagined. For example, the Post reports that State Department officials considered demanding that U.S. trading partners vote against an international effort to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by the ocean-going container ships that are the backbone of global trade. To no surprise, the Trump administration is also tying military power to the tariffs. The Post reports that the South Korean government should be urged to endorse a change in the positioning of U.S. troops stationed there under the United States Forces Korea Command, and that administration officials plan to push several countries, including Taiwan, India, and Indonesia, to increase their defense spending or to buy more U.S. military publicly known.
Okay. So you see, it's odd that he can use these tariffs to bully other countries into doing his bidding. You know, you do what I want, and it's just in line with his extortion of anything that he goes after. You know, he extorts the law firms, he extorts the media, he extorts the colleges, and it's sickening to me that he's getting away with this. I mean, we have to fight this tooth and nail. We have to get out there and do everything we can to, you know, impress upon people that this isn't right. We need lawyers and law firms to stand up and fight him, which some are doing, some are not. Some are capitulating. And I think maybe we should start writing, you know, law firms and writing letters to colleges and letters to anybody that's just handing him money hand over fist to keep him off their backs. So that's not going to work. He's just going to want more and more. He's making so much money off this presidency. It's just freaking sickening. And we need to push back as much as we can. Oh, whose YouTube channel was that? It's let me go back there for a second. Occupy Democrats is the channel. And I'm not sure of the guy's name. I should give him a thank you for the clips because they allow it. Can you hear me? Occupy Democrats. Nelson. Hey, Nels. Welcome to my stream. How you doing tonight? We were just discussing how Trump is using tariffs to pretty much blackmail other countries into doing what he wants as far as positioning troops, as far as where they buy uh, you know, their war products. I'm glad you could come by, Nels. What are you up to tonight? No good, I expect, or some really good stuff. I've been working on the StreamYard thing, and I'm kind of limited to what I can do if I don't pay them. So, yeah, we're good. I'm good. Are you getting notifications, you guys? I'm trying to figure out how to make sure everybody's getting notified. It's all a learning experience for sure. Anybody been listening to any good music? Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are getting notifications. I need to figure out how to make sure everybody that's subbed to my channel is getting them. I'm not sure if that's happening because, not getting a lot of people coming in. But that's okay. I'm not here to worry about that. I'm worried about what's happening. I mean, do you think that he's going to actually put troops into Washington, D.C.? And then if he gets away with that, is he going to try to do it in other cities on these bogus, emergencies? Oh, all the crime. We've got to hit the bell when I choose all. Yeah. I always do that too. Maybe some people aren't hitting that notification bell and choosing all. They just hit it and not do that. And supposedly he can only have them in there for 30 days, and then it has to be approved by Congress. But Congress is going to do anything he wants. I mean, we are not almost in a dictatorship situation. I think we're already here, and a lot of people don't even realize it. They just go about their day, la la la, everything's fine. Gonna go have a beer, drink some wine or something. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but where I'm at, it just seems like everybody is walking in this fog of everything's fine. And of course, we have the ultra mega people in my town, and sometimes you see them driving around in their big trucks. And oh, there's my dog. Can you hear my dog? Molly, come on. Stop barking at the cats. Yeah, martial law would not be cool. A lot of people ask me why I want to do this stream, and if I'm worried that it'll come back to bite me and maybe I'll get arrested down the road or something. And my reasoning for doing this is I'm probably not going to be here too much longer anyway. I don't have any kids, but I do care about the kids that are here and the young people that are here. And I want them to grow up. I want them to grow up in a country that's better than what we had. Not this dystopian Nazi, I'm going to rule your world, Christian nationalist excuse me, fuckery that we're dealing with right now. And Mala, you want to come see everybody? Come here, Mala. Oh, here she comes. It's time for your appearance. Come here. Come here. Come up here. Come here, Mala. Come up. Oh, almost. Oh, here. There you are. Yeah, this is my Mala. She's a handful. Don't touch the mic. Oh, what you doing? What you doing? Oh, dear. Yeah, lovely kisses. Okay, thank you for that. Coming to my stream, Mala. You want some butt scratchings while I'm sitting here? Don't lose hope, now. Don't lose hope. Do your best to push back. Do your best to push back. You know, the fact that you even get on here and comment and you know, in other streams as well shows me that you care about what's going on. And thank you, Gloria. She is a pretty dog. She's a handful still, but she's settling down now that she's past her terrible twos. She doesn't chew up my stuff. Not as much anyway. She gets some things once in a while, but very rarely. I feed the stray cats outside, so I have to be careful when I take her out to make sure they're not out there eating and getting some fresh water. But if she sees a squirrel, she goes absolutely out of her mind. Squirrel alert. And I mean, there's been times when she's nearly yanked me off my scooter. That's how strong she is. She weighs about 70 pounds now. She's a good girl. She minds me a lot better. And we have a routine where, like in the morning, I go out and I tell her, get in the room, and I send her in here. And she goes. Sometimes she just does it when she hears me getting the food and water ready for the outside cats. I'm in Iowa. Yeah, Glory. And a lot of times she'll do that. She knows the routine. She goes in here and I shut the door because I can't risk letting her out because she'll run for like an hour or two and won't come to me. And it's no fun. Gloria, you're in South Dakota, North Dakota. Where the hell are you, Gloria? I forget. I don't know where Nels is. Yeah, Iowa is another problem because our governor, Kim Reynolds, is not going to run for re-election, but their Congress, Kentucky. Oh no, Nels. Is she in California? I think COVID's going to be on the rise again. I'm really worried about that. Anyway, what was I saying now? Oh, yeah. She comes in here and I take the cat food and water out and put it out and come back in. And then we do the rest of our routine where I feed all my babies. Oh, North Carolina. He's in the mountains. Oh my gosh, Nels. Is she on a ventilator? That's horrific. Yeah. When my mom had COVID, it's been a couple of years ago, she had both pneumonia and COVID at the same time too. She didn't have as very bad side effects for it though. she was already in the hospital when she was diagnosed, and I'm pretty sure that my brother had it and came to visit her in the hospital and gave it to her, or he gave it to her before he had it and gave it to her before she went to the hospital. But yeah, my brother wasn't hospitalized. I've never had COVID to my knowledge, but I don't hang out with a lot of different people. I still have all my COVID stuff, the masks, the gloves, all that stuff. I even have COVID tests that I got free from the government. Those won't be probably rolling out anymore. So you're going to head out to California to be with her. Is that right, Nels? Thank you for coming, Nels. I'll send some good healing vibes to your mom tonight. I'll meditate on that. You take good care. If you're leaving. If you're staying, that's cool too. So how far do you think you are from Mac? You gonna fly, Nels? Make sure you get a good flight. I think I'd be afraid to fly right now with the way things are so messed up. Nels, guess what? I think I figured out how to make you a mod. At least I did. I made Gloria one. Oh, that's how I can show your stuff on the screen. Oh, those real IDs are ridiculous. It's a pain in the ass. I wanted to get mine several years ago, and I took my birth certificate in, and they said, no, that's not good enough because your birth certificate doesn't match your name. And so they said to get a copy of when I got divorced, I had my name changed back to my name that I'd always use. And so I had my ex-husband go down to the courthouse and send me a copy of the divorce papers that said that I changed my name back. But they spelled my last name wrong on the paper. Let's see. I want to be showing that. How do I delete that? I didn't want to go large. Lordy. Yeah, Graham would suck. I don't know how to get you off of there. Anyway, I won't do that again. Let's see if we can put hers up. That's much better. The last time I got Gloria to be a mod was I clicked on her avatar. I tried to do that to you, and it's showing comments on the stage. So I don't know what the hell. I'll have to work on that and figure that out. Maybe I have to make you a mod before we all start talking. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this platform all the time. I may just go right back to streaming live from, my YouTube channel, which is fine. But I like being able to put up all these things, and have an intro, sort of. Ooh, 2.5 days. Yeah, that's brutal. You know, the little tiny bathrooms on those buses and people all around you with their smells and their things. I don't like it. I took a trip to Montana on a bus. That was the last time I did that. I'm never doing this again. You stop someplace and they say, you got to be back here in 15 minutes, barely gives you time to go to the bathroom and grab a soda or whatever, let alone get something to eat. Yeah. It was something. It was good. It was a good trip once I got there. Went out and hung out with some friends for a while. I don't know how to put a picture in instead of the G. I can walk you through that sometimes, Gloria. You go to yourself and you click on your avatar, and it'll let you upload a picture. So I think you have to go to your YouTube stream, click on your avatar, and it'll let you upload a picture. And you can choose one of yourself, or like I always do, I use a sunflower that I grew. Well, if you do have to take the bus, I hope it's a good time, because I know you're going through a lot of stress, Nels. And so I hope it's a calm adventure for you. Mala, please stop that now. Oh, come here. Come on. I know there's a cat out there. She gets up in my living room window and sees cats and just goes nuts. It's a thing we have to put up with when you have a big dog. Mala, stop the barking now. How uncouth, barking while I'm live streaming. You're gonna have to learn not how to do that. Mala, come on. Stop it. Oh, the love of dogs and cats. We've got a problem with someone down the street from us has been letting their dogs loose, and we have a lot of stray kittens, and me and my neighbor right in our area, because we both feed them. And we've got a missing kitten now, and there was an earlier event where a neighbor across the street saw one of them with a kitten in its mouth. And I got to go down there and confront these people and say, hey, quit letting your dogs run loose. It's illegal. And I see your dogs. I'm going to report it. I don't know. You got to be nice or you're going to have a fight on your hands. But, we're trying to save these kittens' lives. My neighbor has been taking them and getting them fixed and getting their first shots and trying to find them homes. She's got like 8 kittens in her house right now, along with her 5 big cats that she already owns. I said, she is the cat whisperer or the proverbial cat lady. But we do try to help them. Anybody else grow a garden this year? Lori, do you grow a garden? No. My garden the tomato plants just didn't grow. And the one big tomato plant that did grow, deer came along and ate the tomatoes and chewed up the whole plant. So it was really disappointing. And I put over $100 in getting that stuff and getting it all planted. And, I've been doing it for years. And then I make my own pizza sauce and spaghetti sauce and pico de gallo. And then I have it for the coming year. This year, I'm not going to have any of that unless I go buy tomatoes from the farmer's market or something. So I'm hoping maybe I'll do that because I still want to can my stuff. I'm interested to see how that all pans out in Washington, D.C. Hopefully it doesn't go too badly, but I don't know what we can do to stop this guy. Resist and persist, as Liz Warren always used to like to say. I think it'd be safer on the bus than it would be to fly these days, Nels. And you wouldn't have to go through the whole real ID. They call it a star ID here in Iowa. Yeah, I was talking about the legislators in Iowa are trying to get Kim Reynolds to sign this document before she leaves office that says they're going to take money out of IPERS. You know, my mom gets IPERS. Figured out how to change the comment. And my best friend does too. And it just, my mom's retired, of course. And how are they going to take money away from her? That's just total crap, bullshit crap. In any public servant, they can do it to any public servant that gets IPERS. There's other things they want to do that are equally nefarious. And I think we're in for a hell of a hard time moving forward until we can sort this out. Anyway, we get out here and we protest and we do the things we can do to make a country that's safe and okay for our young people. Your sister tore your tomato plant out of the ground? Well, that wasn't nice. No tomatoes for you, I would say. None. No tomatoes for you. But of course, no tomatoes for you too. I would be mad. I was mad enough that a deer ate my plant. I think I've gotten like 4 or 5 cherry tomatoes off this plant that didn't really grow. I've got one plant now that's only about 2 foot tall, and it's got 2 little tiny tomatoes on it, about the size of a golf ball. And I got a couple others, but they were like rotting. I had to cut out the bad spots, and that's been it. It's been a really sad year for my garden. I belong to a gardening group, and a lot of people are saying their tomatoes just aren't doing well. So, yeah. Yeah. Do you guys like this StreamYard format, or should I just go back to doing it the regular way? I'd like your opinion. That's true, Gloria. She must not like tomatoes, huh? Oh. Put some nicotine gum in my mouth so I don't chain smoke. I'm supposed to tuck it in your cheek because I want to stay there. Well, anything you want to discuss, either one of you? I could try to find another link on my clips. See if that works. Let's see if that's right.
The Post reports that the South Korean government should be urged to endorse a change in the positioning of U.S. troops stationed there under the United States Forces Korea Command, and that administration officials plan to push several countries, including Taiwan, India, and Indonesia, to increase their defense spending or to buy more U.S. military hardware. But of course, if it's Trump, then it also has to include coercive business practices like this. In Lesotho, a poor African nation that Trump had threatened with 50% tariffs, negotiators wanted the government to finalize deals with multiple U.S. firms. One Power, a renewable energy startup, should be granted a 5-year withholding tax exemption and a license to develop a 24-megawatt project. Regulators should also wing container ships that are the backbone of global trade. To no surprise, the Trump administration is also tying military power to the tariffs. The Post reports that the South Korean government should be urged to endorse a change in the positioning of U.S. troops stationed there under the United States Forces Korea Command, and that administration officials plan to push several countries, including Taiwan, India, and Indonesia, to increase their defense spending or to buy more U.S. military hardware. But of course, if it's Trump, then it also has to include coercive business practices like this. In Lesotho, a poor African nation that Trump had threatened with 50% tariffs, negotiators wanted the government to finalize deals with multiple U.S. firms. One Power, a renewable energy startup, should be granted a 5-year withholding tax exemption.
So you see how he's using those tariffs to it's extortion. I don't know what else to call it. It's extortion. Do what I say. We're going to slap these tariffs on you. Buy our products, buy our military gear. We're going to slap tariffs on you. Put your military where we want them, or you're going to get tariffed. That is some scary fucking shit right there. You know, this guy is just out of control. Out of control. And he's making America a pariah in the world. It breaks my heart. It really does. I can't believe that we've got to deal with this guy again. You know, maybe I should raid Mar-a-Lago. I hear he's got a lot of illegals there. Not that I want anything to happen to those people, but, you know, like they say, Melania, her citizenship should be very questioned. I mean, a genius, really? I don't think so. Anyway. Well, I think that I'm going to call this one a day here and find some other material. I'm going to try to stream a couple times a week, and I'm trying to decide on like when the best day would be to do it and the time, so that I'm not stepping on anybody else's toes that we go to, you know. Trump just says what did he say? We're the hottest country, and that's because Saudi Arabia told him that. It's just it's a fucking mess. It's a mess. Incompetent people. I did hear one thing today that kind of lifted my spirits, that a lot of countries who have had an authoritarian try to take over their country, a lot of them had incompetent people in their government that were trying to do it, and it failed often. So with this incompetency at the level it's at with all his cabinet picks, I think it's going to fail. And I think we're going to get back, and hopefully the next time he's out of office, they lock his ass up for the rest of his life. I'm sorry, but that man should have been locked up after the whole Jan 6, chaos and control. Yeah. After he fomented a coup in 2021, January 6th, and that's exactly what he did, I think he should have been arrested immediately. I mean, all these investigations into what happened, we all saw what happened. We saw it in real life, in real time. So next time, if we get him out of there, I hope that we can end that guy. I hope he has to watch his demise in real time. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me in this little stream we just put up, and I hope you come back. Nels, if you go to when you go to California, I hope you have a really safe trip. Oh, I believe that too. I'd believe that too, Gloria. He didn't want to go to prison, so he ran for office. And now I don't even believe he's really the president. You ever notice how anytime they ask him about something that's going on, he's like, "What's that? Oh, I don't know anything about that." Well, yeah, I think that other people are doing things, and then he gets questions, and he's clueless as to what's going on around him. He's being distracted with his projects of flagpoles and ballrooms and something, whatever that is on the roof, All right, we're going to call it a night. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Please like and subscribe and share. It'll help me out. And have a good night, Gloria. You too, Nels. Take care. Bye.